Okay, so question 5. What are the products of the following compounds? 2,4,4-trimethyl-pent-2-ene, 2-methyl-but-1-ene, and 1-methyl-cyclohexene. Okay, so I'll just write down the definition of ozonolysis and what kind of reaction it is. But just to put it in like easier terms, ozonolysis is when you cleave the double bond or triple bond and converts it to carbonyl groups, or C double bonded with oxygen, so it sounds complicated at first, but once you kind of get the hang of how to do the reaction, it gets pretty easy. So let's do the first compound, 2,4,4-trimethylpentene. Pent-2-ene. If we were to draw it out, our parent carbon chain is 5 carbons long. Oh wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I was right. 5. And then I'm just going to number it so that make it easier. And then on carbon 2, there's a double bond. And then also on carbon 2, there is a methyl group. And carbon 4 contains 2 more methyl groups. So our compound looks like this. And then when I draw out ozonolysis reactions, I like to show where the double bond is cleaved. So this will help me when I write out my final products. So when you have an ozonolysis reaction, the reagents are O3 and just any reducing agent. So I'm going to use dimethyl sulfide. And our two products that are formed are just propanone So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the name of this is 2,2-dimethyl propanol. Okay, so notice where I cleaved the double bond. This is where the newly formed carbonyl groups are placed. Let's do the same thing for the next compound, 2-methyl-but-1-ene. So I'm going to draw my parent chain, which is 4 carbons long, and then there is a double bond on carbon 1, and on carbon 2 there is a methyl group. Again, I'm just going to show where my double bond will be cleaved, and then write down my reagents. And our first product is just formaldehyde. So the simplest aldehyde you could get. And then our second product looks like that. So this is butanone. And then for our last compound, it is 1-methyl cyclohexene. Okay, so cyclohexene, that means it is a 6-membered ring that has a double bond. And there's also a methyl group on carbon 1. So again, I'm going to draw where the bond will break. And show my reagents. Okay, so let me count out. We should have 7 carbons here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. So if I were to show the same 7 carbons, it would look like that. So this is how this double bond broke. And the name of this is just 6-oxoheptane. Okay, so those are all the products after ozonolysis. Okay, so the junior tutor said, ozonolysis of the given organic compounds follows the general reaction below. So it shows that the double bond breaks and there is now an oxygen in its place. Okay, so their first products, they got 2,2-dimethylpropanal. Yep, and propanone. Yep. For part B, they got butanone and methanal. So methanal is the same thing as formaldehyde. So this answer is correct as well. And then lastly, they showed the structure and got 6-oxoheptanal. So this solution is correct.